Couple of showers out there. There is some rain on the radar, but you can see none of it is over land. A couple of showers scooting on out here off the coast of Long Island. Maybe a few showers around the Cape today, but this system quickly moving out to sea and not a big deal. So not concerned about bringing rain. Actually, the sun coming out this afternoon, and that's going to help get our temperatures up to 54 degrees into Washington, D.C. Running above average in Buffalo and Pittsburgh. There'll be a few clouds out there today, but temperatures are still going to be in the upper 40s, closer to 50. New York City, for us, our day starts off with a lot of clouds, but then we'll see that sun peak out this afternoon. Temperatures topping out in the upper 40s. Again, the sun by afternoon. And about that in December. But yes, indeed, we've got mild conditions out there today. Maybe not swimsuit weather, but nonetheless, warmer than average. Jet stream far to the north, keeping all the cold air way up there in Canada. We've been setting record highs even into southern Canada, so we know that cold is pretty far away. We're going to be watching our temperatures continuing to run above average. There'll be some dips in the jet stream here and there, but for the most part, largely, really through the end of the month. But for the next 2 weeks or so, we are running above average. Temperatures going about 10 to 20 degrees above average. And for today, let's take a look at what's happening for you in Salt Lake City and Denver and Albuquerque. Our temperatures mid to upper 50s, practically 60. We've got temperatures in Phoenix, 77. Vegas, 69 degrees. Tomorrow, we're going to be in the 60s in Albuquerque, 61 for you. And looking ahead to Denver and your extended forecast, is there any sign of cold air? You're sort of itching for it, right? If you live in Denver in the winter, you're sort of looking forward to some winter-like activities. Well, we've got temperatures in the 60s right through the Thursday time frame. Friday, we see a bit of a dip into the 40s. That's still above average. And by the weekend, we do get a little below average, but it's really just a degree or two with temperatures in the low 40s. Denver, again, we got those temperatures dropping off by the weekend. We'll get a little cold pocket coming in here. All right, Chicago, of course, and it always is. Weather factor this morning, too, in the Midwest. Let's take you out to St. Louis. We've got a wind chill advisory here, and in fact, through 10 o'clock this morning, talking more about the cold temperatures, actual temperatures in the single digits. But it's all about the feels like, right? And even that, a little bit of wind is going to knock down that feels like 6 below in St. Louis. So with another clear night today and tonight in store, we're going to be looking for the chill to be in place. Let's talk about what's coming next. So we're going to see disturbance in the mid to upper levels, moving in from the Rockies, heading down here, dipping down into the southern plains. We will see a surface low develop. We got a midweek storm, but then we got a big story to talk about at the end of the week. So I'll just throw that out there that this is going to be a very busy week weather-wise. Watch this low first as we track the weather for you tonight into tomorrow across the plains. There'll be some snow showers out here, leaving the Rockies, heading out into the northern plains. Cold air is in place, right? Sort of setting the stage. So we track that into Tuesday across portions of the Midwest, the Mississippi Valley. You've got some snow showers in the forecast. St. Louis, Indy, down into Arkansas, looking like it will be some rain. And then we track that same storm system on Wednesday, bringing some snow into the Ohio Valley, bringing a wintry mix, potentially down all the way into cities like Knoxville. And then this storm system is one we're going to track all the way off the coast by the time we get to the weekend. That is going to steal the show. That potential weekend storm will steal the show, I think, for the weather story that we're following. But we've got a lot going on in the West, too. In the West, we've got one system after another with like a day break in between. We haven't had this many rainy days in a row for San Francisco in more than 20 years. So we're going to keep that trend going. We're also going to watch our next system diving in, bringing some snow through the Ohio Valley. Here's that next one in the making. You can see our northeastern storm begins, I should say, on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, moving to the southeast, heading off the coast by Friday, and then by Saturday, we could be dealing with that falling snow, accumulating snow, very impactful for travel by next weekend. Details continuing to come in on that. In the meantime, we'll have more temperatures today, tonight, tomorrow are going to be below average. Look at Miami, 67 degrees. That's a high temperature forecast for today. We haven't seen air that cold in quite a while. Also in the west, it stays active. We talked about the pattern for San Francisco. We're going to see the snow continuing in the Sierra as well. Tuesday, we're going to watch our system diving down out of the northern Rockies, bringing some snow across Missouri. That swings on through parts of the Midwest. Even to the Tennessee Valley, we'll look for maybe a wintry mix. Coming through Atlanta, though, as rain, and North Carolina as rain as well. Then we get to our next system that, again, is going to take a similar track coming down out of the Rockies. We'll see on Thursday some rain through the south. That becomes our low pressure. That becomes the next big weather maker for the eastern seaboard. We'll see that move up along the East Coast. There is the potential for a big snowstorm on Saturday. I want to highlight the word potential because there's a lot we got to break down with this. We're still 5 days out, but we'll have more details, of course, as we get through today and the week. Today, we need the rain. You know, we last year had such a wet year, ended up with one of our wettest years on record, if not the wettest year on record for many spots. However, we're back to dry, and that's been the trend. Dew points are down again today in the teens and 20s, not quite as dry as yesterday, but still nonetheless dry, and fire weather watches are up. Temperatures are going to be warming. In Dallas today, get ready. Temperatures going up through the 70s, 72 degrees, lots of sunshine. It's a beautiful day as long as you play it safe when it comes to the fire danger. All right, and coming up this morning, we're going to have more on what's going on with lake effect snow. Warnings are up. We could see more than a foot in some spots. We'll show you where the view. It's Wednesday. We're midway through the week. We got a lot of winter-like weather today, a lot of warmth in the plains, a lot of warmth for you across portions of the west. Man, Southern California and Arizona, it is going to be hot again today. Records the last couple of days will do it again. Friday, as you can see, we've got fairly quiet weather, but more cold. That's the story for the weekend. More cold coming on in. We'll be right back with travel after have a little bit of snow still falling. Philadelphia, your visibility down to about 5 miles right now at the airport. That's not a tremendously accumulating snowfall, but it'll put a nice coat down with temperatures right at the freezing mark. So be careful as you step out your front door there. This little batch moving through Delaware as well. And then up here into Connecticut, we're getting just a little bit of light, call it mood snow. It's not going to be significant accumulation, but snow nonetheless. And the chill is in the air too, all across the Northeast, even more so in the Midwest. You're really feeling the cold, and that cold moving over the unfrozen lakes is going to keep on bringing us some lake effect snow. So we'll see that really take over today as the bigger snowfall event. All right, so down into the Ohio Valley and the Tennessee Valley, yesterday we picked up several inches of snow, and it was not everyone, but certainly in a lot of spots. Today we've got some very light snow around the Nashville area. No significant accumulation out of that. The Appalachians will continue to pick up some snow today, though, with that northwest trajectory of the wind. So we will still see inches of accumulation there once you get up in a little elevation. You can see as we look at our model forecast for today where we're going to focus the snowfall. We're going to focus it on the mountains, and then we're also going to focus it coming off of the lakes. And some of those streamers coming off of the lakes are really going to travel some distance, and we'll be watching that for you throughout portions of Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and West. The coldest air of the season coming our way. So back-to-back really, really cold days coming in for Saturday and Sunday. Let's take a look at New York City and talk about how cold it could get. New York, the fact that we're telling you this about below zero temperatures means something, right? 22 years since the last at or below zero temperature, 1994. Guess what? We're going to 1 degree, the forecast in New York City. 1 above zero, but you know, there's a chance we could go below zero. So this is significant. You know, it's been a long time since we've been sub-zero in New York. You know, even Boston, we've only hit below the freezing mark a handful of times, really, when you look back at the weather records. And there is that chance into Sunday morning. Very cold conditions as we get you into the upcoming weekend. Now, this is today, and you see sort of the heart of the cold air back across the Midwest. Watch where it goes as we get you into the weekend. We're going to take you into Saturday and Sunday. Now the heart of the cold air is back here over the Northeast, so we're going to feel the worst of it. If you want to know for comparison where we are right now, Chicago's at 10 at the moment. New York City's at 34 at the moment. By the time we get to the weekend, more of those single digits and teens are going to be widespread over the Northeast. All right, so tomorrow we go below average. We stay below average, and that continues to be the trend through the week. But again, the coldest days are Saturday and Sunday. And Iritis, what else you